once again, thank you for being there and being such a great audience. I have a fireside chat with Stefan Barot. He is the President, Chemical Division of BCML, Balrampur Chini Mills Limited. I'll straight go into questions. We have a paucity of time here. So my first question to you, BCML we know is a sugar manufacturer, is a sugar producer. Now it's a bioplastic, it's into PLA. Please tell us the journey through from sugar to bioplastic and the motivation behind it.
I think there are a couple of points here. First of all, it's a de-risking strategy. So we are now in sugar, we're in ethanol. This is very much driven by the government. It's diversification. But when we look really what we have in sugar, all our products now depend on oil. And if we want to have a bio-based society where we need to be in 2070, sugar will become the new oil. Sugar and starch will become the new oil, and you need to start somewhere. And PLA is the easiest inroad into this.
So what is the market size of PLA in India? Is it growing? What are the key consumers that we have in India right now?
It's growing fast, but from a small base. I said it before, if the government would enforce the legislation on single-use plastics, we actually would have several times the market size than we need to fill the 80,000 ton plants. Then there are many large applications which now are coming because our waste management is not really functional in many cases as we need it. So there are a lot of good positive movements in this direction.
That's very interesting. Who would have thought about bioplastic a couple of years back? You know, what about international demography and destinations? Is BCML looking at exporting bioplastic? Do we have some nations that we are targeting or looking at?
No, we are not directly trying to export the PLA. I think our customers will. Structurally, raw material costs are a bit higher in India. We also need to first look at the economy of scale, but I'm firmly believing that India can move the needle globally because Europe and America are not really important when you look from a demographic point of view. Also, they have systems from waste management, and I always say jokingly, the problem in India is that the waste management system is not there, and the opportunity in India is that the waste management system is not there, as it should be. And India is not, I don't want to India single out in a bad way, it's in many other countries not fully functional. Circularity is not working. Everybody's looking to Germany. Germany is brilliant in collection, very bad in making anything out of it.
Whenever we have a new product or a valorization, a lot of challenges are there. You know, we have some policy stubbles, we have some, environmental issues. What issues BCML encountered in PLA?
Yeah, there are many issues. For example, our long-term strategies, PLA is compostable, PLA is mechanically recyclable, but the chemical recycling of PLA is very easy because you just put the water back into the chain, you get lactic acid, you purify, and then you can polymerize again, which is a beautiful option. The challenge is there is no symbol for PLA. So it actually, it starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then there is 7, which is all others. So how do you collect something which is new? So that's one challenge, for example.
Well, I wanted to ask you, of course, we have a Kumbi mill that is there with PLA. Please tell us the roadmap for PLA, any other mills, any other, investment plans that you're shoring up right now. Kindly discuss something on that front.
So when we look at the process, and I already said it when I was here before, we use sugar right now to ferment this to lactic acid. This is a very efficient process because you get yields over 95%. And from then on, it's actually a physical and chemical process. Then you take the water out to make lactide or lactic acid dimer, and then you have a ring opening polymerization. This is a standard process. The beauty in it is that this is scalable, because with the same technology, you have polystyrene plants running at 250, 300,000 tons, different process, different pressures, but the chemical process itself, The methodology is the same, and that means you can scale. And scalability means the cost can come down. Because that's what needs to happen in the future. The next plant shouldn't be 80,000 tons, it should be 160 or 200,000 tons. Because once you have the learning out of there, then you can see how you can drive the cost down. And that's what needs to happen.
When we are talking about bioplastic, any other biomaterial in the pipeline or any research happening? Can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, we are thinking about a lot of things. Huh? So I was up here when I heard acetone. This is something very interesting. I mean, one of the things is we're looking into the total map, what we have right now. I mean, I fully agree. We have bagasse. To burn bagasse is not the most smartest way. I also want to tell the gentleman, yes, we have a power line there, but if you have a power failure 2 times a day, I mean, how can you rely on the grid? That's something which then needs to come as well. We need stability in the grid. Then we can see what we do with the bagasse, and that will come, but the infrastructure is not there yet as it should be. I mean, we are bringing a lot of equipment from abroad right now because the technology providers, anything more than 4.5 meter big is a real challenge to transport. In other countries, this is 8-9 meters standard on the main arteries where you transport. We have to cut a whole mountain or a whole hill just to transport our equipment, which is 7 meters high. And this infrastructure has to come in India, then India can become a bio-based powerhouse.
Well, my last question really, I mean, of course, we have policymakers, we have the government, we have, and they all want the bio way of life, you know, whether it's energy. Anything that from your point of view you would like to advise the sugar mills, the peer sugar mills and the government to bring in some conducive policies to see PLA and other biomaterials do, you know, take off in a big way?
I think for the industry, everybody knows we are living politically very uncertain times. We can see this. Huh? So with the war in the Middle East, I think everybody realizes the dependency on fossil fuels we have, which is not good. Everybody realizes global warming is there. In Kumbi, we had 46 degrees 1.5 months ago on the construction site. You reach the limits where people cannot survive anymore outside.
Absolutely.
So we know our current situation is not sustainable, but where to go? And we need a long-term roadmap from the government, and I said it before, actually we need to map the carbon stream in 2070, but where to start? For India, for me, the best would be you take large chemicals, which we import, and you can look at the import statistics and see, can we make them bio-based?
Ah, that's interesting.
And then it's very simple. You end up with methanol, you end up with acetic acid. Question is, can you make them bio-based? And not surprisingly, the answer is yes. And then there is another question. Don't try to reinvent the wheel in India again. If there is a globally available process, bring this here and then Indianize it. Then we can move fast. And that is what I would actually advise, because then you can move fast, and then we need to see how we make this economically attractive for the companies to take the risk.
That's very interesting what you said, Stefan. Look at your import list and see whether you can bio-base it in India. That's actually the way to go, and I think not only for India, for world also, we set an example. Thank you so much, sir. It was really an interesting tete-a-tete with you, and we learned a lot. And I hope that Kumbi and probably next plant something, and we get to hear more biomaterials come up. And thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.